You guys, we need to talk about this. We need to talk. DC has a Joker problem, you guys. They have a Joker problem. I can tell you how we can fix this. So the Joker is the most iconic, well-known comic book villains of all time. I mean, when you think of villains, period, Freddy, Jason, the Joker is at least on the top 10 of villains in pop culture. What makes him so unique is just his style, his swag. He's clever, but he's terrifying. And he's a guy that will stop at nothing to prove a point. And we see this especially in The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's iconic performance as that character. The Joker has been in pop culture for like over 50 years now. And many of the beginning portrayals, they built upon each other. You had Cesar Romero, who starred in the 1970s, 60s, or whatever, that Batman and Robin show. And in 1989, you had Tim Burton produce the 1989 classic starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson played the Prince of Crime, the Agent of Chaos, and he's known for that role. The most iconic performance during that time period. Fast forward with the failures of the Batman franchise as a whole, the Joker was voiced by Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, in Batman the Animated Series, which is one of the classic Batman cartoons today. But as time moved on, pop culture got more advanced, technology got more advanced, and new filmmakers was on the come up. Christopher Nolan cast Heath Ledger as the new Prince of Crime. And he set the bar so high. The three actors that played the role after that has embarrassed themselves. Let's start off with Jared Leto. Now, I'm not going to bash Jared Leto too much because executives got in the way of his actual portrayal of the Joker. So we really can't count the Suicide Squad as a portrayal, but he did play the role and it failed with the audience. So Barry Keoghan got the role in Matt Reeves' 2020 Batman film. However, his Joker was so bad that it didn't even make the cutting room floor. They took it out the movie. It was that bad. You only see him at the end in the shadow distance laughing. That's it. The deleted scenes that was released after the movie were just that bad. I mean, this guy looked terrible. The costume looked terrible. The personality of the Joker looked terrible. It was just a big mess. So, in 2019, Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix decided to give the Joker an origin story. And I was on the fence about this Joker because from the trailers, it just looked really trashy and jokey. However, it looked different. No matter how you feel about the Joker in 2019, when you looked at that trailer, you knew something was different about it that made you want to go check it out. It didn't seem campy. It just had like a different flavor to it. So the film comes out and it's a big success. It's in the $1 billion club. Joaquin Phoenix status went from a menial B-list actor to an A-list actor in that film. It was a success. It was something different. It built upon Heath Ledger's portrayal. His was different. Even for me, I'm like, wow, this is a good film. When he put on that blood smile at the end, I'm like, that's the Joker I want to see. If you guys do a sequel, if this guy teams up against Ben Affleck's Batman or any Batman, this is the Joker that needs to move forward, because we got an origin story and it was different and unique. This is the Joker I wanted to see. If they was going to do a sequel, this is the Joker I want. We got an origin story. We got a guy who's a crime boss, you know, who's a martyr. This is the Joker I want to see. So Joaquin Phoenix, like, you know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do another film. I'm not going to do another film. And I'm disappointed, but I'm like, well, great. He done made his mark. Even though he didn't give us no film, he done made his mark. The greed of the WB executives, they wanted another film. They wanted another $1 billion hit. They was going to pay Joaquin Phoenix whatever he wants. He gets $30 million. They offer him $30 million to come back. Because he's an A-lister now. The Joker made Joaquin Phoenix an A-lister. And he said, sure, I'll do it. So everybody's hyped, because even me, I'm like, okay, great. We're going to get that same Joker who was at the end the Prince of Grime. He blew a guy's brains out and laughed at it. He put the blood smile and accepted. He's the head Joker now. He's the head guy in charge. He's the crime boss of Gotham. That's the Joker I thought that they was going to continue with. So we get the news that Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix agreed to Joker 2. Everybody's happy. But then Todd Phillips says he's going to make it a musical. A musical? Hold up. This ain't Joker don't do no musicals. Not only that, we're going to cast Lady Gaga. What? And here we are. Now in 2024, the movie's done and it'll be released next month. And I can honestly say, I'm not even happy to see it. Because it looks like trash. It may be a good film. However, when I think of musicals, I'm thinking about that Color Purple bullshit that I seen, a year ago. I mean, that was my first musical experience. And it was fun. But it also sucked. And you put the Joker, who's a crime boss, who's the Prince of Crime, in a musical. It's like, what are we doing here? I want the Joker that was at the end of that Joker 2019 movie. I want the Joker who caused chaos on the train at the end. I want the Joker who killed Randall in his apartment. That's the Joker I want. But it seems like that's not the Joker we're getting. And it honestly just dilutes the character at this point. And I'm not the only one that feels like this. Just look at the box office pre-sales. And just look at the trailers that's been coming out. What I noticed, when WB is not confident about a movie, they'll put out clips before the movie. And this is what they've been doing with Joker. They've been putting out clips here, clips there, longer trailers. And it seems like this movie is destined to bomb. Just on the reviews. And I think honestly, because the Joker, it just oversaturated at this point. I think the Joker in 2024, he's been oversaturated. And I don't think fans are tired of the Joker. We love the Joker. We just don't like the inconsistent portrayals of the Joker. I mean, this Joker that's in Todd Phillips' world is pretty much a loser who didn't get his way. And he just mad at the world because Thomas Wayne is rich and he's poor and all this shit. It's a fucking mess. And I just think the Joker at this point is just oversaturated. They need to take a break. They need to give the Joker a 10 or 15 year rest before they try to recast him again. That way we can get a new actor, a younger actor with a fresh new take, because right now the Joker is oversaturated. And I mean, just look at the pre-sales. Now, the pre-sales don't mean anything. This movie may be $1 billion hit, but given circumstances with DC, Warner Brothers, and the economy at this point, this movie is likely to bomb. And that's because the character's been oversaturated at this point. There's more iconic characters like Mr. Freeze. I would love to see a live action Mr. Freeze. Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, Clayface. There's other villains that needs the limelight. The Joker had its time, it had its purpose, and I just think it's time for a rest. Another thing that the Joker character is missing is that same edge that Heath Ledger left. We need somebody to build upon that. I thought that was Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but the more I read into this new Joker film and Tom Phillips script and all that, this is just a cash grab movie. I think the Joker needs a rest. That's just my opinion, but what do you guys think? Share your thoughts. How do you feel about the Joker at this point? What do you think about this whole Joker 2 fiasco? Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share your thoughts. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.